YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And today I'm going to be talking about when they don't want you to be better. That's what I'm going to be talking about. But first, before I get into the topic, I want to invite all of you guys to be a part of this live virtual call that I will be having in the summertime. Okay, this live virtual call is titled Beautiful Transformations Becoming Better with Time. Okay, and this live virtual calls will be on the following dates. It's going to be on Friday, July 10th at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then it's going to be on Friday, July 17th at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Friday, July 24th at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the last live virtual call is going to be on a Friday, July 31st at 8:45 p.m. Okay, if you are interested in being a part of it, go to beautifulstartpodcast.com and sign up. And this event only costs $68. Once a payment is made, you have access to all four live virtual calls. Okay, just go to the website so you can learn more about it and how should you proceed to sign up. So definitely sign up for that, okay? And then I want to invite all of you guys to be a part of my meditation group. My meditation group is absolutely free. It's called Meaningful Meditation. And this meditation group will meet on the last Thursday of every month at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's absolutely free. That event is free. Once you sign up for it, you have access to all of the meditations, the future meditation groups. Like a link will be sent to you. So definitely sign up for that. Go to beautifulstarpodcast.com to sign up for the free meditation group. Yeah, so that's what's going on. You can always go to beautifulstarpodcast.com and find out what's going on. Yes. So, welcome to this live. Like I said earlier, this live I'm going to be talking about when they don't want you to be better. That's what the topic is, all right? What I'm noticing is that when people are bettering themselves, there's always like a hater or somebody that wants you to stay who you were. Like, stay in, like, let's say, for instance, if you want to go to school, want to go to college, right? Even if you want to go back to school, right? Like, let's say, for instance, for whatever reason you ain't get your high school diploma, you ain't get your GED or nothing like that, and you want to go back to school, just starting out the beginnings, and then people want to be hating. They don't want you to do that. Like, let's say, for instance, if you want to start your own podcast, if you want to start your own business, if you want to, hell, start a YouTube page or do something like that. Like, there's always somebody who is a hater, right? They want you to be beneath them. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to be better than who you were last year. They want you to stay stagnant, right? And people try to block people from moving forward. And there's a real thing about haters, right? I don't want you guys to be focusing on the people that hate you or the people that don't like you or anything like that, but be aware, right? Because sometimes you have people in your own circle who hate that you are proceeding to move forward to better yourself, right? There's some people out there, right, that does hate, but that doesn't mean that you should stop. That doesn't mean that you should focus on the haters, giving your energy to them, and then you're not moving forward. Stop moving forward because, oh, this person said this. This person does not believe in me. This person, you know, and it doesn't even matter if anybody else believes in you. It matters if you believe in yourself, right? It matters if you believe in yourself and that you know you're going to be successful, okay? Like, for instance, there's people out there who have made other businesses successful, other people's business successful, right? And then you decide to yourself, like, okay, I helped this person build up their business. Now it's time for me to create my business, right? And then when you create your business, the other person want to block your blessings, want to block your success, or want to keep you in their business making them money. But they hate the fact that you're going to be making your own money, making your own business, doing your own thing, and being better than them. Like, first of all, they scared that you are going to be better than them. That's what it is. Like, you made them their business successful, right? And so they're why can't they support you creating your business? They don't have to be a part of your business, but just giving a blessing to someone else so that they could succeed, right? And it doesn't even matter if somebody don't give you their blessings. If you're going to be successful, you're going to be successful. But the thing is, why can't that person be positive towards you the way you was positive towards them? Because they are haters. They want you to be beneath them, and they want you to feel like you are beneath them. Okay? They don't want you to be successful. And it's like, once you realize that there's somebody in your personal circle or somebody that's hating on you, that don't want you to be better, then it's time to cut ties with that, right? You could cut ties with it in a mental way, right? Some people would do it like physical, like, oh, I'm not even talking to this person. I'm not doing that. But I'm like, some people don't want to cut off people 100%, but they should be cut off from your energy, from your focus, right? Why should somebody have a place in your mind that don't even care about you, that don't want you to be successful, right? What's crazy about that is that there's some people who they allow others to take space in their mind. Like, oh, their opinion matters so much. Like, um, I have to incorporate what this person thinks about me. And it's just like, whatever. Successful people are successful because they don't give a damn about what somebody else is thinking or saying about them. They don't care. They have a one track mind and they focusing on their success. They focusing on what it is that they doing to get the success, right? Because if you focusing on bettering yourself, when do you have time to care about what somebody else is saying that's negative? Why? Hello, hello. How you doing? Thank you for being a part of Beautiful Start Podcast Live. Thank you so much for people in it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, you said my Virgo is like that. Okay, okay. Thank you for being in this chat. Thank you for being a part of this live. But yes, definitely focus on bettering yourself. And that could be in all aspects. Like, if you want to go back to school. If you want to focus on your arts and the things that you like, creating different habits, doing things that is going to put you in a different position next year, focus on that. Don't allow these haters to stop you. For real, don't allow anybody to stop you from being better than your last year self. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm noticing is that now that this internet is here, right? This internet been here for a while, right? People really will go to the extent to create videos about people to kind of like sabotage them, right? Before it used to be like, oh, people spreading rumors. Now you have people that will go online and try to create chaos and try to get people to um, get on a hate campaign that they have. And if there are people out there who are experiencing people that's publicly making videos and doing things that's trying to deter people from um, liking them, I would say what I say to that is like, yo, put your energy into yourself, right? Put your energy into yourself. Focus on what it is that you need to do. Don't give your energy to the people out there that's creating negative narratives to try to get people not to like you. Let them do what they do. You do what you do. Okay? That's just like when people they be online bullying other people and it's just like if you're not focusing on it, it don't matter. You ever heard of this term out of sight, out of mind? Right? Out of sight, out of mind. Don't focus the energy on the haters. Don't focus that on, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like these people want you to focus on the negativity and the negativity that they putting out there. They hope you watch those videos that they creating that's negative, that's um, bashing them. They want you to do that. You know why? Because then they get your energy, right? And then they get a part of your mind, they get into your mind, and then you start having certain thoughts that is not an betterment for you. Okay? And it's like, no, don't focus on the negativity that others are creating. Focus on what it is that you want and how you want to be better. You know, what you want to be. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just got to cut ties with things that are not in the betterment for you. Okay? That's important to understand because really what matters is how you feel about yourself. And sometimes what people can do to alleviate certain things is alleviate certain thought patterns that are negative is to replace them with positive thought patterns. Okay? Like, yes, like sometimes people like they want to address what somebody else said or they want to focus on that, but it's just like, okay, once you focus on that and you be angry, you be upset, then you talk about it, all right, let it go. But don't let them stop you. Don't let a hater stop you from being better. Don't let a hater stop you. Like, you see people who are successful, what they're focusing on is what they created, how to make it better. You know what I'm saying? And they keep moving forward regardless, right? And um, sometimes people internal dialogue, you could be a hater against yourself, like have a negative internal dialogue that speaks negative, like, you know, and it's just like sometimes you have to get rid of that inner thought that is holding you back and replace it with positivity, with positive thoughts, things that are going to benefit you. Okay, that's the thing that um, is important is to replace negative self doubts with positive optimistic ways of thinking, right? That's important. That's the key to do that you could do to better yourself, man. Don't let no hater stop you, right? You got to keep on going, right? Because time is like one thing you can't replace or get back is time. Once time is over, that's it. You can't get it back. So why not put the time into yourself? Put the time into yourself. hmm Put the time into yourself. And I know sometimes it could be difficult and hard when someone that you love is a hater. Like you have someone that you love and they're a hater. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want you to. It's not even about them not wanting to see you succeed. It's about them not wanting you to move forward and to better yourself and to do things that you want to do in a moment. You know, um, or what you want to do for the longevity. Like I know this woman, right? She wanted to go to school, right? She was like a stay-at-home wife, doing everything for her husband. And one day she like, oh well, I want to go to school. You know, I want to be a nurse. So she had to start like with the basics, right? And when she started going to school, no, first of all, when she started talking about going to school, she noticed that her husband didn't want her to go to school. He used to be like, yo, so if you go to school, how you gonna make sure my food is prepared? How you gonna keep the house clean? Like, saying all these things to her, right? So she knew that he wasn't really supportive of her going to school. So she decided to just like sign up for school and go, and she kept it a secret, you know. Once he went to sleep, she used to get up and study. Um, but once he found out, it was just like this big thing, like, oh, and she's telling him like, yo, I'm going to school, but I'm making sure like, you know, the house is clean, you still got your food and everything like that. but it was like a big issue, and that became like he gave her like an ultimatum, like, yo, you either gonna drop out of school, right, and be with me, or you going to school and we ain't gonna be together, right? He gave her that kind of ultimate, and it's like, if somebody does not want to support you and your dreams and aspirations in this present moment, because let's be honest, right? Sometimes you meet people and you are on certain levels, or that's where you was at that time, right? When she met him, her whole objective was like, listen, I want to be a homemaker. I want to be a wife. That was her whole take. But then she decided, like, listen, I can help more people. Like, I want to be a nurse. I want to help people, right? So as she got older, like, her goals changed. Like, and she started, like, as you get older, you start to grow. Your interest changes, right? You start to want to explore and do different things, right? And so that's okay too. You are supposed to change. You are supposed to, your interests are supposed to change. Like, if it's not, then you're not really growing. Like, sometimes as you get older, you learn certain things, like, oh, certain food you don't like no more than certain foods that you do like, and that's okay too. Like, you know, but to not follow your dreams and goals because somebody else doesn't want you to do it, no, that's absolutely not. Like, so eventually they ended up breaking up, and she stayed in school, and then she met her second husband. It's just that simple. Like, some people are meant to be in your life for a little while. Some people are meant to be in your life long term, and it is what it is. If somebody's not going to support you, you know, even if you know at first, okay, they don't like what you're doing, right? But then, okay, it's like, all right, this is what you want to do, so I'm going to support it. You know, um, it's okay. But if you don't have any supporters, that shouldn't stop you from, moving forward. It shouldn't stop you. Okay? If you don't have nobody to believe in you, believe in yourself. For real, believe in yourself. Do what it is that you have to do to be successful within yourself. Like, um, sometimes being on a journey, when you are self discovery, or when you learning something different, or when you want to change something, sometimes you do it alone. Like, and it's okay. And then you meet your person, your people later on. Like, it's a good thing to do something that you want to do, right? And not let anybody stop you. For real, don't let nobody stop you. Keep going, right? And when they don't want you to be better, they start to create roadblocks in your path, right? That's why I was talking about, like, these people who create these videos that's spewing out hate, is because they trying to stop the person from being successful, right? And it's just like, don't let nobody stop you, even if it's in your personal life, right? The people around, they don't want you to do something, do it anyway, right? Do what you gotta do, right? Sometimes people move in secret, like, they don't let people know what it is that they're doing until they actually did it, right? Because they know that certain people are going to be judgmental, and they doing it, and so they achieving their goals in secret, because it's just like, um, I love my sister, but I know that she's very judgmental. I know that when I tell her I'm doing this, she's gonna say this. So why not? Why tell her anyway? Let's keep the relationship the way, what I'm saying, the way it is. Let her think what she want to think about me. But while she thinking that, I'm gonna be achieving my goals in secret. Like, cause people are in different situations. Some people live on their own, right? And so therefore, they don't have to worry about what somebody else is saying, you know. But another thing is like when you live with somebody else and they have strong beliefs, strong religious beliefs and stuff like that, it's certain things that you can't do in their house, like openly, that they know about. You know what I'm saying? Because you are in survival mode. Like not everybody have their own house, their own apartment. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So when you're living with somebody else, right? Sometimes you have to subject yourself to certain rules to go by what they saying in the house, right? But if you have your own, even if you have your own room in the house, it's like certain things you don't know if these people are coming in, going into your room when you out of the house and stuff like that, right? So it's like it's certain things that you have to do, right, in order to survive. Like if they say, "Oh, you can't smoke in a house," or you can't light candles, you can't do this. They put in rules and regulations, and it's just like, okay, you have to follow these rules and regulations because you're in survival mode and because this is your life as it is for now, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be your life forever. That doesn't mean you're going to be in that situation forever. Hey, you living with somebody now? Okay, go by their rules. Do what you got to do to get your own. They don't have to know everything that you're doing. If you grown, a grown ass woman, a grown ass man, hey, you got to do what you got to do to get yourself out of certain situations, right? Everybody don't have it all together. We didn't wake up like, oh yeah, everything is together. My life is all perfect. Some people are starting from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, they living with people. You know, they going to school, going to work, right? Listen, depending on where you at, like I'm in New York City, right? So if you're not in a rent controlled building or anything like that, the rent costs like minimum for like a studio apartment be like 2,500 starting, 3,000 starting. You know what I'm saying? Rent could go all the way up to like $5,000 a month. Like it's that serious. Like for certain people, you know. And so some people don't have it like that, and it's just like, oh, you get kicked out of your house, right? Even renting a room now, people want like, oh, $700, $800 a week for renting a room. I remember growing up, renting a room used to be like $75 a week, you know, but now it's a lot of money. So people are in survival mode, and it's just like, oh, they don't want to get kicked out of their house because they're living with somebody because of certain rules that they're not following. Do certain things in secret. Everybody don't need to know your goals or what it is that you're doing, especially when you living with judgmental people. Like do what you gotta do to make your situation better. Hey, you living with people, start working and saving money so that you could get out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, they have certain viewpoints on religion or certain viewpoints on like the type of work you do based off of your gender. Like they don't want women to do this kind of work. They don't want men to do this kind of work. Like, you know, when you under somebody else's household, it's just like, I don't know, sometimes it depends. If you living with somebody that's cool, you know, they got their own thing going on, they're not in your business, then hey, you know, and they cool with your goals or what it is that you stand for. But then some people, they just like, you can't even talk to them. They just very nasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you living with a family member, somebody who like they want to start arguments and stuff like that, like a toxic house environment. You know, some people be walking on eggshells in their own house because they dealing with people who are just want to antagonize them and start stuff, and so they have to just move in a way in which they don't interrupt this person or get this person to yell at them and stuff like that, right? Because you could live with a family member and they just hate the very fact that you are in their home and they don't want you there, so they want to start with you. So my take on stuff, being in a survival mode, being in a situation like that, do what you gotta do to get yourself out of that situation, right? Because sometimes we have to, like, sometimes in situations like that, when you know you have somebody that's trying to start with you so that they could, like, get you put out, you know what I'm saying? My take on that is like, yo, keep yourself busy. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself busy. I know somebody who was living with a family member, right? He fell on short time, so he had to move in with his sister, right? And so she had like an extra room. She let him stay in a room, but it's like a small room. Like you could only fit like a twin size bed in that room, you know? And so yo, he used to work two jobs, two full-time jobs, right? And they span from like 7 days. So it's like he really didn't have no days off. Like the days off he had from one job, he was working at the other job, right? So he kept himself busy when he was working those two jobs, like in a day, because he would work from the 7 to 3 shift on one job, and then a 4 to 12 on the other job. So he wasn't there. So he used to save his money. Like of course he would pay her rent and then like contribute to like food and stuff in the household. But she was just like, she was like very nasty, like to him, like very nasty, right? But within like 3 months, he was out of her home, right? And so sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to just keep yourself busy, right? To avoid certain nonsense. If that's your situation. Like people are in very different situations, but the thing is, if you don't like where you are at, you can change it, right? You can definitely change it, right? I feel like some people they live with family members and then they kind of like allow themselves to get stuck there, like, oh, okay, and they fall into somebody else's, like, when you live with somebody that's toxic and just very, they want to get at you all the time, and some people feed into that. You know what I'm saying? Then you have a whole domestic dispute, then the next thing you getting arrested for fighting your family member that you don't like, and you in their house. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yo, listen, do what you need to do. Focus on set goals for yourself. Like I said, if you living with somebody and you trying to get your own place, yo, keep yourself busy. Work, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Do stuff outside of the home so that you can only go there to sleep. You're going there to just sleep. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And work your ass off, go to school, do what it is that you need to do, and get yourself out of that situation. That's what it is. It could be any situation, like a relationship. Oh, you don't want to be in a relationship no more because this person is abusive to you. They want to control you. They want to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be in a relationship where, or somebody's using you, like wholeheartedly. I mean, the whole relationship is based off of them using you. All right, you was okay with it in the beginning, and then now you're not okay with it. Hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. Like, oh, one person want to be monogamous, another person want to be, the pimp of the year. Like they want to have multiple partners and stuff like that. They want to do polygamy. Hey, it's time to go. If you don't want to be in a polygamous relationship and you know that you monogamous, or like you want to be just with one person, you know what I'm saying? You want to be with one person, but this person want to have multiple partners. Then hey, you have to leave them because you two are not compatible no more. Like if two people are in a relationship and they both agree for polygamy, then hey, that's what they want to do. But you can't have one person who trying to have trying to be in a relationship with one person, they want to build with that person, or you know and then you want to be with somebody who wants multiple husbands, or they want multiple women, multiple wives. Like you can't, like, listen, to all the women out there, right, because this is like a real conversation. To all the women out there, to all the men out there, right, be in a relationship that's going to be beneficial to you. The relationship has to be something that you want to be in. You have to want to be in that relationship. You have to want the things that your partner wants. You cannot be in a relationship with somebody who does not want the same things that you want, right? Or be in a relationship thinking that you could change somebody. If somebody says, listen, I want to be in a relationship with multiple people, right? And you like them so much, you like, oh, I'm going to agree because I want to be with this person. But secretly, you want to be the only person that they're in a relationship with. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Like, you need to find somebody who wants to equally be in a relationship with one partner. All right, I just want one partner. Me and this person create a life together. create a family, create whatever it is that we want together. If you be in a relationship with a man who wants multiple wives, and you don't really want that, but you love this person, you think you're going to change them, you're not going to change them. You're not going to change them. Like, if you be in a relationship with somebody who's serious, is a serial cheater, right? They constantly cheat. You always catching them in a situation where they're cheating, and you don't want to be with a cheater, and that makes you sad. Then hey, it's time to move forward. It's time to move on. Why be in a situation that you don't want to be in? It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world when a relationship ends. That's it. Like, I could really appreciate relationships that when they go to an end, like especially if you're in a relationship and you have children, right? It makes it a little trickier, right? But to be healthy, have a healthy co-parenting situation, you both have to be in a certain agreement, right? I don't understand relationships when they end, they both become at odds with each other. Like, beefing. Like, why would you want to beef with somebody who you guys have to co-parent, you know, and raise your children in a healthy environment? That's what's important. And if one person is very toxic and causing problems, hey, like, that's why they have different things in place, so that things could be eliminated that are not safe. But my thing is, letting go of relationships that's not going to be conducive to you, and understanding that, okay, me and this person is not compatible. Okay, me and this person is not compatible. We can't be together no more. Like, having that understanding within yourself, right? Because some people lose themselves in relationships with people they're not supposed to be with. You're not supposed to be with somebody who say they want seven wives if you just want to be with somebody who only have one wife, which is you. You know what I'm saying? And you are allowing yourself to be mentally in a place where you are going to mentally drive yourself crazy. That's just my take on it. Like, you guys, let me know if you think something else. Like, can you really be in a relationship with somebody? Can you really be in a relationship with somebody who want multiple partners and you not in agreement with that, and still feel good within yourself? I don't think that's a possibility, right? It's one thing to say, okay, I don't want to be in a traditional relationship. I want to be in a relationship that's different, that we have multiple partners, or whatever the case may be. Hey, you guys, let me know. Let me know if that's something that, you guys have ever, because I'm just saying, like, some people lose themselves in relationships. And my thing is, don't lose yourself in a relationship, right? You come in with your own values, your own views, your own your own mind, right? Some people, like, they had a whole life before they enter this relationship, a whole life that consisted of people, and they get into a relationship and they lose themselves and they become isolated. And a partner takes them on this damn roller coaster ride, you know. I know a lot of people who been in situations like that where, oh, you enter a relationship, you think it's going to be one way, but then it ends up being like some freaking chaotic experience with multiple other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, and then once you realize, okay, this is what it is, then it's up to you to be like, listen, I don't want to be in this no more. Like, why stay in a relationship that's not benefiting you? You can't even use this person. They using you all up. I feel like a relationship is where two people, or whoever's in the relationship is in agreement, and they kind of like using each other, like, in a sense. But my thing is, like, how can you become better in an environment that is not meant for you to become better? That is not meant for you to thrive. The point is of this is so that you could thrive, so that you could become better than what you were before. A relationship that you are in is supposed to be an agreement, and you're supposed to be thriving within that relationship. You should be, as the relation as the years goes on, you are supposed to be better. allowing yourself to be better, right? Your partner is supposed to is supposed to help you to be better, right? Why is it that someone you want to be in a relationship with somebody who wants to hinder you, who wants you to be sad, who wants you to be down, you know? Um, and being in a relationship, sometimes people, they be in these relationships that they don't really want to be in, but they in it because they love the person, right? But it's draining your energy, right? It's literally draining your energy, right? Someone who doesn't love and care about you is going to allow you to be in a situation that you don't want to be in. For real, they don't love you. They don't care about you, and they want you to be in a relationship where you are not thriving. You should be becoming better in a relationship as well. Like, you know, you should become better. That's what it's ultimately about. Is becoming better with time. You could become better in a relationship. You could become better out of a relationship. But when you find yourself to be always sad, in a place where you can't like focus on even the beautiful things about yourself or the things that you liked, when you feel like you can't even do nothing, then that's a problem, yo. That's a problem, and that's something that needs to be addressed. Like those things that because you shouldn't be freaking sad or like your life is declining because you're in a relationship. No, you should be better. You should be thriving. Why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's bringing you down, who's draining your energy, who is actively a part of your demise? Who's a part of your demise? There's people that's in relationship with others who is publicly known that they doing what they doing, but to the person they think like, oh, okay, yeah, I love him, so this is what it is. Like, ain't that much love in the world. I'm just saying, it's not that much love in the world. Hold on. Yeah, it's not that much love in the world. I'm just saying, like, to allow somebody to bring you down, it's not that much love in the world. Like, yo, you gotta have absolute love for yourself to know that you don't deserve to be in certain situations like that. You don't deserve to be in no situation like that at all. I'm just saying, why be in a situation that is bringing when a person is bringing you down? They're bringing you down, and it's just like, nah, like, nope. You have to have more strength to be like, I ain't dealing with this. And when you walk away, you walk away. There's no going back. It's none of that. No going back. No going back at all. Right? Because some people, they want you to be like, oh, going back and everything like that. And it's just like, going back to what? To an abusive person? Or going back to the way that you were um, in a situation that you don't want to be in? Like, nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm going to invite you guys again to be a part of this live virtual calls that I have coming up in the summertime. It's Beautiful Transformation Becoming Better with Time. That's the title of it. And it's going to be for 4 weeks. Okay. Um, these live virtual calls will be on the following dates. All of the dates are on a Friday. Okay. So you got July 10th, July 17th, July 24th, July 31st, and all of them is on a Friday, and it's at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It only costs $68 to be a part of. Once you pay the $68, you are a part. You can have access to all four virtual live calls. So if you're interested in being a part of it, definitely go to beautifulstarpodcast.com and sign up. These live calls is all about obtaining information that you could utilize to become better, right? Because it's all about becoming better with time. Yeah, so if you're interested in being a part of that, definitely go to beautifulstarpodcast.com and sign up for that. But thank you so much for tapping in. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.